watching your mouth move across the table, but the words are getting caught in the candlelight. We used to speak in a secret language. Now I'm just trying to read your eyes tonight. You reach for the salt, I reach for your hand, but you pull back like I was made of sand. The air in the room is getting thin. Where do you end? Where do I begin? I'm dialing your number while I'm sitting right here. The signal is dropping, it's my biggest fear. I ask you a question, you give me a hum. I'm screaming in silence and my fingers are numb. It's just static on the line, honey. White noise filling up the space we used to own. We're talking in circles, spending all our money on a house that feels like we're living all alone. Can you hear me? Or is the frequency gone? It's just static on the line, and the signal is moving on. You left your phone face down on the counter. Usually I wouldn't care who was calling through, but there's a wall built of bricks and I'm tired, and I'm losing the version I knew of you. I said I love you just to see if it stuck, but it hit the floor like a heavy glass cup. No need to know, always just a blink of the eye as we watch the connection slowly go dry. Is it the weather? Is it the distance? Is it my heart or your sudden resistance? I'm checking the wires, I'm tightening the fuse, but there's nothing but hits and goodbye in the news. Break the connection or fix the reception, because I'm tired of talking to a ghost. It's just static on the line, honey. White noise filling up the space we used to own. We're talking in circles, spending all our money on a house that feels like we're living all alone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Or is the frequency gone? It's just static on the line. Hello? Are you there? I think I lost you. I think I lost.
Steam stopped rising 20 minutes ago, just like the spark we used to put on a show. You're leaning by the window, checking your watch while I'm tracing the rings that the wood stain caught. You say you were working, you say you stayed late, but there's a scent on your collar that's not on your plate. It's a floral perfume, or maybe just regret, a brand of excuses I haven't bought yet. I take a sip and it coats my tongue like the heavy weight of the songs we've sung. It's bitter and dark, it's jagged and old, just like the stories you've recently told. And it's cold coffee and warm lies. I'm watching the truth hide behind your eyes. The brew's gone stagnant, the sugar won't melt. I'm choking on feelings I've already felt. You keep it sweet to disguise the decay, but the temperature's dropping at the start of the day. It's cold coffee and your warm, warm lies. You tell me you're fine, it's a nothing, it's stress, while you're cleaning the evidence off of your dress. You smile like a mirror reflecting my face, but I can see through the cracks all over the place. I forgot to call, the battery died. Small little ghost taking walks on your side. I'd rather you scream, I'd rather you fight than to watch you keep polishing shadows all night. Do you take me for a fool, or do you just like the taste of all of these years going slowly to waste? Pour it down the sink, let it go down the drain. Everything's murky and everything's stained. Don't blow me a kiss and pretend it's still hot. I know what I have and I know what I've not. Just cold coffee and warm lies. I'm watching the truth hide behind your eyes. The brew's gone stagnant, the sugar won't melt. I'm choking on feelings I've already felt. You keep it sweet to disguise the decay, but the temperature's dropping at the start of the day. It's cold coffee and your warm, warm lies. Drink it up, every drop of the fiction. I'm not thirsty anymore. No, I'm not thirsty anymore. Things I never thought I'd lose, like the way you trip over your own left shoes, the crooked little freckle on the bridge of your nose, and how you always sleep with your heater on your toes. I know the exact way your keys hit the floor, the 3-second rhythm of you unlocking the door. It's the mundane magic, the trivial parts that are digging the deepest holes in my heart. It's not that I love yous or the trips to the coast, it's the ghost of your presence that haunts me the most. The tiny imperfections that nobody sees are the ones that are bringing me down to my knees. Like the space between your teeth when you're laughing too loud, the way you find a silver lining in every single cloud.
the scar on your knuckle from a summer long gone. The way you look at 6 a.m. before your face is on. I'm losing the big things, the plans and the ring, but it's the space between your teeth that hurts more than anything. I found a strand of your hair on a sweater today, a copper-colored wire that won't go away. I remember the pitch when you're starting to lie, and the way your left eyelid gets heavy and shy. You used to hum in the shower, always off-key, a private little concert intended for me. Now the silence is loud and the bathroom is cold, and I'm clutching on to secrets I'm not allowed to hold. How do I unknow the shape of your hand? How do I unread a book I've already planned? Every U-shaped detail is a landmine I tread. You're out of my life, but you're stuck in my head. I'm an expert on you, but I've got no degree, just 1,000 small memories of what we used to be. Like the space between your teeth when you're laughing too loud, the way you find a silver lining in every single cloud, the scar on your knuckle from a summer long gone, the way you look at 6 a.m. before your face is on. I'm losing the big things, the plans and the ring, but it's the space between your teeth that hurts more than anything. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Whistling sound when you're breathing deep, the secrets you talk in the middle of sleep. I'll miss the flaws, I'll miss the gaps, I'll miss the way you used to look at me. Hold your breath, don't move a muscle, don't let your jacket even start to rustle. We built this palace out of sand and spit, and now we're living in the center of it. The walls are transparent, the floors are too thin. I can see the storm clouds about to move in. One heavy footstep, one door slammed shut, and we'll both be bleeding from a 1,000-inch cut. We're structural engineers of a sinking ship, trying to fix the leak with a fingertip. It's beautiful, darling, this prison we made, but I'm terrified of the light and the shade. In our fragile glass architecture, we're living under pressure, under constant conjecture. One sharp word could bring the ceiling down, and we'll be wearing shards instead of a crown. Don't sneeze, don't sigh, don't even look up. The cracks are already circling the cup. We're standing in a masterpiece of almost, and if living our lives on the edge of a cliff. I saw a hairline fractured by the kitchen sink. It's spreading faster than you'd ever think. You try to tape it with a sorry and a kiss, but we're past the point of a bandage like this. The foundation is trembling, the pillars are weak. We haven't had a real conversation in a week. Just whispers and nods and a terrifying grace as we try not to shatter the look on our face. I can hear the grinding, I can hear the grit, the weight of our history is starting to hit. It's crystalline, it's cold, it's clear. The sound of the end is all that I hear. In our fragile gas-broken texture, we're living under pressure, under constant conject. Slow-mo sharp word could bring the the ceiling down, and we'll be wearing shards instead of a crown. Don't sneeze, don't sigh, don't even look up. The cracks are already circling the cup. We're standing in a masterpiece of almost, and if living our lives on the edge of a cliff. Watch your step. Watch your step, it's coming down. Timber, sound of 1,000 glass beads falling on a floor.
Table for one again. I pulled out 2 chairs before I caught my breath. Old habits are the ghosts that scare me to death. I put the second one back, tucked it under the wood, doing the things that a single man should. The kitchen is cavernous, the fridge is a vault. I'm seasoning dinner with nothing but salt. The wine in the bottle is starting to breathe, but it's hard to stay calm when you're watching them leave. Waiter in my head is asking for a name, but the answer I give doesn't feel the same. The reservation for us has been canceled by fate, and I'm staring at the pattern on an empty white plate. It's a table for one under a spotlight of blue, ordering for someone who used to be you. The candlelight's flicker is a mocking little dance in the graveyard of a 5-year romance. Yeah, I'm checking my phone just to see the time fly. Table for one and a side of goodbye. Beside me is sharing a dessert. I'm wearing my armor, but I still feel the hurt. They're whispering secrets I used to know too. Back when the world was just me and just you. I'm reading the menu like it's a holy text, just to keep from wondering what's coming next. The steak is too heavy, the water's too cold. I'm too young to feel like I'm a century old. I never need a menu, I know what's on tap. A little bit of silence and a long-winded nap. I'll pay the bill and I'll leave a good tip for the ghost of the girl who let the glass slip. It's a table for one under a spotlight of blue, ordering for someone who used to be you. The candlelight's flicker is a mocking little dance in the graveyard of a 5-year romance. Yeah, I'm checking my phone just to see the time fly, fly. Table for one and a side of goodbye. It's a table for one under a spotlight of blue, ordering for someone who used to be you. It's a table for one under a spotlight of blue, ordering for someone who used to be you. Check please, I'm finished here. I'm full of the absence, I'm stuffed with the clear. Just me again. Just me. The wastebasket's full of the things I can't say. I've murdered a forest of paper today. Dear you is too formal, hey love is a lie. Every opening
sentence is a way to say die. My thumb's got a smudge of the midnight blue, a permanent mark of my mourning for you. I'm carving your name till the nib starts to bend in a 12-page confession I'll never quite send. The stamps in the drawer are losing their stick. The air in this study is heavy and thick. I'm shouting on paper, I'm screaming in ink, but I'm terrified, darling, of what you would think. It's an ink stain on a ghost note, a song with no sound, a message in a bottle that'll never be found. I'm pouring my guts out in cursive and loops, jumping through all of these emotional hoops. You'll never read about the way that I've cried, or the 3,000 times that I've swallowed my pride. It's just black ink on a white page, the birds staying silent inside of the cage. I wrote about the day that we went to the lake, and how much of my heart was yours just to take. I crossed out the part where I said it was fair. I left a teardrop-shaped circle right over there. My handwriting's shaking, the letters are blurred. I'm losing the rhythm of every third word. It's a masterpiece written for an audience of none, a war that I'm fighting when the battle is done. I could walk to the mailbox, I could pull the red lever, I could end this perhaps and make it never. But if I let it go, then the secret is out, and I'm not ready to live with the shadow of doubt. So I'll fold it in three and I'll tuck it away in a shoebox of almost where the memories stay. It's an ink stain on a ghost note, a song with no sound, a message in a bottle that'll never be found. I'm pouring my guts out in cursive and loops, jumping through all of these emotional hoops. You'll never read about the way that I've cried, or the 3,000 times that I've swallowed my pride. It's just black ink on a white page, the birds staying silent inside of the cage. Whoa, whoa, inside of the cage. Stain on a ghost note, a song with no sound, a message in a bottle that'll never be found. I'm pouring my guts out in cursive and loops. You'll never read about the way that I've cried, or the 3,000 times that I've swallowed my pride. It's just black ink on a white page, the birds staying silent inside of the cage. P.S. I hate this. P.S. I'm fine. I'll write you again tomorrow.
The shadows are stretching like gum on the floor, and I've counted the cracks in the paint on the door. The digital clock is a glowing red blade, cutting through every single promise we made. As the 8 does, then the numbers flip slow. I got nowhere to be and I got nowhere to go. The sheets are a mess, they're a tangled up web. I'm watching the tide of my sanity ebb. Round and round I close my eyes, I just see the crash, the smell of the smoke and the taste of the ash. So I keep them wide open, staring at the hub while my pulse does a thud, thud, thud like a club. Did you sleep at all? Are you dreaming of me? Or are you finally breathing, finally free? The fan keeps on pushing the dust through the light, a tiny propeller for a long distance flight. I'm dizzy from the motion, I'm drowning in the air. I'm looking for your shadow, but it isn't even there. Just the click, click, click of the pull string chain, a mechanical needle inside of my brain. Spin me away, spin me into the day. And it's a 3 a.m. ceiling fan circling my head, chasing the ghosts out from under the bed. Left, right, over, then back again. Wondering why, wondering how, wondering when. The rhythm is steady, the rhythm is cruel, making me look like a midnight fool. Just a 3 a.m. ceiling fan, waiting for the sun to give me a hand. Round and round, don't look down, don't look down. The blue light is coming, the motor is humming.
Your name is a foreign language. I saw you standing by the corner of Fifth, and for a second I thought it was a myth. The way you tilt your head is still the same, but I stumbled when I tried to say your name. The syllables felt heavy like stones in my mouth, a compass needle pointing everywhere but south. I know your blood type and the day you were born, but today you're a fabric that's unfamiliar and worn. I'm reaching for the dictionary, searching for the key to the person who used to be a part of me. But the grammar has changed and the tense is all wrong. I'm singing the lyric to a forgotten song. And now your name is a foreign language. I can't translate the look in your eyes. I'm losing the accent, I'm losing the courage to cut through these polite and plastic lies. We used to be fluent, we used to be deep. Now I'm learning the words that I'm not allowed to keep. Yeah, your name is a foreign language. Yeah, and I've forgotten how to speak. And I've forgotten how to speak. caught my thumb hovering over your contact, just to reflex a ghost of a social contract. I saw a movie trailer that you probably hate, and I started to type, and I remembered the date. I still buy the milk that only you drink, leaving the cart in the shower by the sink. It's a neurological glitch, you bending the wire. I'm still warming my hands by a dead out fire. They say it takes 21 days to make a change, but 21 years would make this feel less strange. I'm rewiring the house, I'm scrubbing the floor, trying to remember who I was before. It's the art of unlearning you, tearing down the statues, painting over the blue. I'm practicing the I instead of the we, trying to set my subconscious free. It's a slow motion erase, a mental breakthrough. I'm failing at the art of unlearning me. I still pull to the left when I pass your street. I still check the mirror for the ghost in the seat. My brain is a map where always lead back to the way that you laughed or the way that you pack. I'm deleting the shortcuts, I'm changing the code, but I'm still walking down a well-traveled road. I've gotta stop thinking you'll be there to vent when the day gets too heavy and my spirit is spent. Forget the birthday, forget the song, forget the way I used to belong. I know the coffee, I know the touch. How can one person matter this much? Scrape it off, wash it out. I'm taking the long way around the doubt. It's the art of unlearning you, tearing down the statues, painting over the blue. I'm practicing the I instead of the we, trying to set my subconscious free. It's a slow motion erase, a mental breakthrough. I'm failing at the art of unlearning you. I didn't call you today, that's a start. I didn't say your name today, that's a part. I'm unlearning, I'm unturning, just the kick drum for 2 beats, then silence again. The art of unlearning you. My hand goes to the empty side of the mattress, a calculation made in the dark of the night. My feet still walk the path to your favorite kitchen drawer, even though I know the house isn't sitting right. I've got your zip code etched into my retinas, and your mother's birthday locked in my phone. It's a hard drive crash, it's a system failure, learning how to be a me that is all alone. It's the muscle memory, the phantom limb, the way I still whistle your favorite hymn. I'm trying to delete the cache in the files, but I'm still traveling across your miles. It's the art of unlearning you, trying to undo the things that I do, the way I take my coffee, the way I park the car. I'm realizing just how deep the patterns are. I'm an architect tearing down a skyscraper, erasing the ink from 100-year paper. It's the hardest thing I'll ever have to do. The art of unlearning you. Unthink you, I know the way you heal. The lesson is over, the classroom is empty. I think I'm starting to forget. I'm breaking the circuit, cutting the wire, walking away from a house on fire, but the smoke is in my lungs and the soot is on my skin. How do I stop the you from coming back in? Step 1, don't check the light in your window. Step 2, don't order the wine that you like. Step 3, forget the way that your shoulder feels when the world gets heavy and the pressure is spiked. Reverse the engine, rewind the tape. I'm looking for a V-shape escape. take my coffee. The way I park the car, I'm realizing just how deep the patterns are. I'm an architect tearing down a skyscraper, erasing the ink from 100-year paper. It's the hardest thing I'll ever have to do. The art of unlearning you. Unthink, unfeel, unknow the way you hear. The lesson is over, the classroom is empty. I think I'm starting to forget. I used to complain about you hogging the sheets, the way you'd kick in your sleep to the rhythm of beats. I'd roll to the edge, almost falling off the frame, whispering threats and calling your name. But tonight the cotton is a desert of white, an ocean of fabric in the middle of the night. There's a coldness beside me where your heat used to bloom, and I'm a ghost haunting a perfectly empty room. I'm a king of a kingdom that's 6 feet wide, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. The pillows are mountains I don't wanna climb. I'm just killing the space, I'm just killing the time. And I'm sleeping in the middle of the bed, trying to drown out the things that you said. I'm taking up space just to feel like I'm here, but the gravity's pulling me into the field. No good night, no turn off the light, just a wide open valley in the dead of the night. Yeah, I'm sleeping in the middle of the bed, but I'm falling through the mattress instead. I reached for your shoulder out of instinct and ache, but I only found a shadow that I couldn't quite break. The laundry is folded, your side is so neat. It's a terrifying victory, it's a total defeat. I left the TV on just for the noise, to muffle the sound of my losing my poise. But the blue light is flickering over the spot where you used to be, and now you are not. I could move to a smaller place, I could find a smaller life. I could cut out the memory with a jagged edge knife, but the square footage doesn't matter at all when the silence is pushing me into the wall. And I'm sleeping in the middle of the bed, trying to drown out the things that you said. I'm taking up space just to feel like I'm here. The gravity's pulling me into the field. No good night, no turn off the light, just a wide open valley in the dead of the night. Yeah, I'm sleeping in the middle of the bed, but I'm falling through the mattress instead. Starfish centered alone, the bed is a stage and the play has been closed. passenger seat, and the silence in the car is a bitter kind of sweet. I passed the diner where we used to get the shakes. I almost pulled over, I almost hit the brakes. I could see you through the glass with a burger and a smile, but I haven't seen that look in a long, long while. Now I'm just cruising with the windows rolled down, trying to outrun your memory in this one-way town. But every red light is a chance to remember the way that we burned from July to December. Don't look to the right, keep your eyes on the road. The memory's a heavy, heavy load. I'm checking the means, I'm checking the blind, but I can't leave the you in the backseat behind. Accelerate, escalate, I'm trying to drive away from fate. And there's a ghost in the passenger seat, singing along to the rhythm of the street. I can almost hear you laugh, I can almost feel your hand, but I'm driving through a desert in a hollowed out land. A seatbelt is buckled over nothing but air, but I swear on my life that I saw you there. Yeah, there's a ghost in the passenger seat, and the silence in the car is a bitter kind of sweet. Keep your hands on the wheel, keep your hands on the line. You aren't really here, you're just a ghost in my mind. Just driving home, just driving home. I found it buried in a box behind the sheet, a shade of navy that we used to call the blues. The sleeves are way too long, they cover up my palms, a heavy wool protection from these quiet hollow alarms. I put it on just to see if it still fits, even though the logic is falling into bits. The collar's got a thread that's starting to unwind, just like the tangled mess you left inside my mind. And there it is, a scent of bergamot and rain, a chemical reminder of a very specific pain. It's a fabric time machine, it's a cotton blend trap, laying out the history of our overlap. In these borrowed sweaters and these stolen years, I'm wiping off the dust and I'm drying off the tears. It doesn't belong to me, but I can't let it go. It's the only part of us I have left to show. I'm wearing your ghost just to keep myself warm, waiting for the sun to break through the storm. Yeah, it's just a borrowed sweater, but it's the only way I'm holding it together. I should put it in a bag and leave it on your porch, instead of carrying the fabric like a heavy golden torch. But if I give it back, then the scent will disappear, and I'll have to face the winter of a truly empty year. I remember how you looked when you wore it to the park, a flickering of color in the middle of the dark. Now I'm stretching out the knit, I'm ruining the shape. trying to find the secret door, the woolen fire escape. It's just nylon, it's just thread, it's just a memory I should put to bed. But I'm hollowing out and I'm shivering deep, and this is the only promise I'm allowed to keep. I'll wash it tomorrow. No, I won't. I'll burn it tomorrow. No, I won't. In these borrowed sweaters and these stolen years, I'm wiping off the dust and I'm drying off the tears. It doesn't belong to me, but I can't let it go. It's the only part of us I have left to show. I'm wearing your ghost just to keep myself warm, waiting for the sun to break through the storm. Yeah, it's just a borrowed sweater, but it's the only way I'm holding it together. I'll return it next week. I just need to stay warm for a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer.
There's a pill that I can't seem to swallow. The pillows are mountains, the mattress is hollow. I've run out of anger, I've run out of why. I'm just waiting for the well in my eyelids to dry. The ceiling is shifting in shades of deep blue as I practice the rhythm of breathing without you. One breath for the sorrow, one breath for the fear. The carpet is drinking every saltwater tear. It's a rhythmic surrender, a slow motion fall, a prayer whispered into the cracks of the wall. The world is asleep while I'm drowning on land, reaching for ghosts with a trembling hand. And it's a saltwater lullaby, humming so low, a song that I'm singing with nowhere to go. Let the tide wash the memory, let the salt sting the soul, until all of the broken parts finally feel whole. Close your eyes, little heart, let the shaking subside. There's nothing left to do but drift with the tide. Yeah, it's a saltwater lullaby. Good night to the earth that's already died. They say that the ocean is where we began, a million years before I was part of your plan. Now I'm back in the water, I'm back in the deep, giving my secrets to the spirits of sleep. The salt leaves a trail on the side of my face, a map of the miles that I'll never retrace. It's a quiet religion, this grief that I've found, where the only way up is to stay on the ground. Rock me to sleep, rock me to sleep. Secrets I keep. The weight of the water is heavy and kind, it's the only way I can leave you behind.
just hush. And it's a saltwater lullaby, humming solo, a song that I'm singing with nowhere to go. Let the tide wash the memory, let the salt sting the soul, until all of the broken parts finally feel whole. Close your eyes, little heart, let the shaking subside. There's nothing left to do but drift with the tide. Yeah, it's a saltwater lullaby. Good night to the us that's already died. Drifting, sinking. Good night. It's the only way I can leave you behind. Hush now, just hush. And it's a saltwater lullaby, humming solo, a song that I'm singing with nowhere to go. Let the tide wash the memory, let the salt sting the soul, until all of the broken parts finally feel whole. Close your eyes, little heart, let the shaking subside. There's nothing left to do but drift with the tide. Yeah, it's a saltwater lullaby. Good night to the us that's already died. Drifting, sinking. Good night.
Drive down Sunset, I can walk through the park. Every street lamp is a trigger, every corner is a spark. That bakery on 4th, it's a cemetery now. The bookstore on the corner, I made a silent vow. I'm never crossing over the bridge we used to walk. I'm cutting out the landmarks where we used to sit and talk. The city is a grid of landmines, the pavement is a trap, and I'm tired of navigating this used to be map. I'm marking out the X's with a heavy black pen. I'm never going back to those places again. If I can't erase the memory, I'll erase the terrain. I'm taking back the territory, I'm shaking off the chain. So I'm gonna burn the map, let the edges turn to ash. I'm moving through the wreckage of the binary crash. I don't need the directions to a heart that isn't mine. I'm drawing a brand new border, I'm crossing a brand new line. Let the fire take the coffee shop, let the fire take the beer. I'm burning down the geography of every single year. Yeah, I'm burning the map so I can finally find my way back. They say don't let them win and don't let them take the town, but it's hard to stand your ground when the ground is falling down. I see your face in every window, I hear you in the wind. A city full of ghosts where our forever used to begin. So I'm moving to the outskirts, I'm changing all the names. I'm playing a different version of these territorial games. The fountain where we kissed, it's just a pile of stone, a monument to a version of me that I've outgrown. Strike a match, watch it glow. Everything we used to know. Strike a match, let it go. The city is a movie we don't need to show. I'm a refugee of us and I'm seeking a new land, with a compass that is broken and a handful of sand. So I'm gonna burn the map, let the edges turn to ash. I'm moving through the wreckage of the binary crash. I don't need the directions to a heart that isn't mine. I'm almost there. Silent.
You swore it on your mother, you swore it on the moon. You said it in the kitchen with a plastic coffee spoon. I'm never gonna leave you, I'm in it for the ride. We took those heavy words and we wore them with some pride. But it always is a mountain that's a little hard to climb, and eternity is a lot of unpaid overtime. I checked the expiration on the vows that we exchanged. Funny how the fine print got so suddenly rearranged. It looked so good on paper, it sounded great in bed. A platinum-plated promise that was made of lead. Now I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at the door, wondering why we don't say for a little while anymore. It was a temporary, forever, a short-term soulmate. Ate till death do us part, with an early closing date. We built a permanent home on a shifting piece of sand, with a lifetime guarantee that we didn't understand. Yeah, you were my always for about a season, a temporary forever, without a rhyme or reason. The photo where we're leaning on the car. You wrote yours truly like a movie poster star. We were gonna buy a farm, we were gonna name the kids, but the forever that we bought is going to the highest bid. It's like a rental agreement that we treated like a deed, a garden full of flowers that turn into a weed. I'm not mad at the lie, I'm just impressed by the gall, a promise in the sky when you're about to let it fall. Forever lasted 18 months, forever lasted 300 days. Forever got lost in a purple haze. It's a marketing term, it's a gimmick, it's a joke, a beautiful diamond that turned into smoke. It was a temporary, forever, a short-term soulmate. Ate till death do us part, with an early closing date. We built a permanent home on a shifting piece of sand, with a lifetime guarantee that we didn't understand. Yeah, you were my always for about a season, a temporary forever, without a rhyme or reason. See you in the next life. Forever is a long time. Temporary next. The song ends on a sharp, abrupt snare hit.
The neighbors think I'm doing better now, because the lights are on and I've cleared my brow. I don't slam the doors and I don't cry in the hall. I've even hung a new picture on the bedroom wall. But it's a trick of the light, a sleight of the hand. I'm just getting used to the way the floor is panned. The screaming has stopped, the sirens are gone, but the weight of the house is still pressing on. It isn't a fire, it isn't a flood, it's just a slow thickening of the blood. It's the absence of noise where your voice used to be, settling down like dust over me. And it's a quiet kind of hurt, a dull kind of ache, the kind that doesn't scream, the kind that doesn't break. It's just a shadow in the corner, a hum in the wire, the embers that remain after the fire. I'm functional now, I'm fine, so they say, but I'm carrying the ghost of a yesterday. Yeah, it's a quiet kind of hurt, and it's never going away. laugh at a joke. I can walk through the park and not check for the smoke, but there's a thin layer of ice on every hello, and a part of my heart that is moving too slow. It's the way that I pause when I see a blue car, or the way that I wondered exactly where you are. It doesn't knock me down, it doesn't make me bleed. It's just a silent passenger I didn't think I'd need. If I screamed, someone would help. If I bled, someone would heal. But how do you fix what you can't even feel? It's a low-grade fever, a permanent chill, a world that is moving while I'm standing still. And it's a quiet kind of hurt, a dull kind of ache, the kind that doesn't scream, the kind that doesn't break. It's just a shadow in the corner, a hum in the wire, the embers that remain after the fire. I'm functional now, I'm fine, so they say, but I'm carrying the ghost of a yesterday. Yeah, it's a quiet kind of hurt, and it's never going away. It's just there, like the air, like the floor. I'm okay, I'm just quiet.
I'm in the kitchen at midnight, gloves on my soul, trying to keep my shattered pieces under control. Out of the dark comes a left hook of June, the night we danced in the kitchen to a crackling tune. I blocked the thought, I slipped to the right, but here comes a jab of that rainy Tuesday night. I'm fighting a ghost that I used to adore, but every time I swing I just hit the floor. It's a rigged fight, a beautiful trap. The more I push back, the more the wires snap. You're not even here, you're not even real, but I'm still feeling the weight of the steel. And I'm shadow boxing with memories in the dark, trying to extinguish every lingering spark. The good times are hitting me harder than the bad. I'm losing the version of us that I had. Want to let go, want to let be, but the ghost of your laugh is still coming for me. Yeah, I'm shadow boxing, and I'm losing the lead. I try to remember the way that you lied, to build up some armor, to find some place to hide. But the brain is a traitor, it only plays the hits, the soft focus highlights and the intimate bits. It shows me the morning you brought me the tea, instead of the night that you turned your back on me. I'm swinging at shadows, I'm clenching the air, wrestling a phantom that isn't even there. Ding, ding. Round 10, here comes the feeling again. The way your hand felt, the way you smelled, the secrets we shared and the stories we told. Stay down, don't get back up. I'm hollowing out an empty cup, a final heavy guitar chord that rings out like a bell. And I'm shadow boxing with memories in the dark, trying to extinguish every lingering spark. The good times are hitting me harder than the bad. I'm losing the version of us that I had. Want to let go, want to let be, but the ghost of your laugh is
stop hitting back. The sun hit the carpet at 8:45. I made some toast and I felt alright. I didn't reach for the phone with a shaky hand to see where you'd been or the life you had planned. I didn't scroll through the photos or check on your status. I didn't look for the you in the digital lattice. The tab in my brain was finally closed. The ghost was still there, but he wasn't exposed. It's a tiny miracle, a quiet little shift, like the fog finally deciding to lift. I didn't seek out the pain or the proof, I just stayed here under my own roof. And it was the first day I didn't check, no weight of the world hanging around my neck. I didn't wonder who's laughing at your jokes or who's lighting your fire and watching the smoke. The world didn't end and the sky didn't fall, I just didn't think about you at all. Yeah, it was the first day I didn't check, and I'm finally finding my way back from the wreck. I drove past the park where we carved in the tree, and for the first time I was just looking at me. The bark has grown over the marks that we made. Nature's just doing what nature does. Fate, I didn't look for your car in the grocery lot. I didn't scan every face for the one that you've got. It's like a muscle that's finally stopped its twitch, a peaceful relief in a long-standing itch. The habit is broken, the fever is gone. I'm finally waking up into the dawn. I don't need the update, I don't need the news. I'm trading in all of these heartbreak blues. And it was the first day I didn't check, no weight of the world hanging around my neck. I didn't wonder who's laughing at your jokes or who's lighting your fire and watching the smoke. The world didn't end and the sky didn't fall, I just didn't think about you at all. Yeah, it was the first day I didn't check, and I'm finally finding my way back from the wreck. I forgot to remember, I forgot to remember to feel the sting. I'm okay, actually okay. I didn't check. Silence, then the sound of a window being open and birds chirping. The house is still quiet, but the silence is kind. It's no longer the static I'm leaving behind. I look in the mirror and I see the lines, the maps of the battles and the warning signs. I'm not the person who started this song, the one who was certain that we could belong. I'm someone else now, a bit more defined, with a little more steel and a lot more mind. The fractures are filled with a different light, like gold in the cracks of a plate in the night. I'm not fixed and I'm not brand new, but I'm finally finished with you. And these are the echoes of a bruised heart, beating a rhythm that's a brand new start. It's been stepped on and broken and pushed to the edge, but it's still
keep the sweaters, and I'll keep the scars. They're just the land